everybody, and welcome. Yes, we have choreography now, Ken. How do you like that?
I like it. I'm following your lead.
I love it. Well, welcome to Healthier Home Live. And this is the live where we pick Ken's brain to find out all of his cleaning hacks and tricks and tips just to keep us a little calmer this holiday season. And today we are talking about a really great topic. I'm really looking forward to this. We're talking about how to prepare your home for your family guests who might be guests who might be coming to your house. So, Ken, how are you today?
I am doing spectacularly well. No problems whatsoever. If I were any better, all right, Jen, if I were any better, I'd be twins. That's how good I'm doing.
I love it. That is amazing. If I were any, now you can use that. You see, we're also giving you free comedy to use with your friends here on the Healthier Home Live show. So I love that. You're doing great. As always, you can find any of the products that we might talk about today on our Healthier Home website. As you can see, our beautiful producer, Bess, has put up that website there, healthierhomeproducts.com. Ken, is there anything you're going to feature in your talk today that we can have her click on to show the lovely people?
Well, we know a special tool that will come in handy with this conversation.
That's right.
She knows a little bit about this little guy.
Yes, that is the infamous wall wand. Tell us a little bit about that.
And we really don't want to forget about our holiday hearth.
It literally is Christmas in a bottle, people.
It's Christmas in a bottle. There was some clever guy who said that. I'm trying to remember his name.
There's a what guy?
There's a clever guy who said that. It's Christmas in a bottle. I'm trying to remember the guy that coined that term.
Really?
Yeah, okay, you might know him, but I don't know.
We're going to have to do some research and come back to you all with that answer.
Okay. I think his name is Corey.
Okay. Well, you can get Corey and Ken's famously coined Christmas in a bottle from healthierhomeproducts.com. And Ken, what are we going to be doing today? How are we going to prepare our houses?
Well, I think it's a really cool topic because around the holidays, oftentimes you're either the recipient of people or you're going somewhere with people or to somebody's home. And I always think about comfort is really kind of the key to the game. If you're having people over, you want them to be comfortable in your home, or if you're going to somebody else's home for a couple of days visiting, you'd like to be comfortable in their home. And so what are the things that might help that? I mean, that's really the question at the end of the day. Now, for me, when I had people over, I always wanted that bedroom to be like third bedroom as much as I could. You want it to be as comfortable. You don't want it to feel, austere or, too difficult to get messy. You want them to be comfortable. So, I mean, there were a couple of things that I did that were just quick, simple, easy things. And some of them do involve the products, obviously, with cleaning. And we can talk about some of the services that might be available to some people if that were the issue too. Now, for me, I had a bedroom that was not used that often, so it might need a cleaning before that happened. The closet where somebody was coming, where they might put their clothes, it was kind of a spare closet for me. But all I did is transfer that stuff to another room and give somebody a nice clean closet to hang their stuff on, give them hangers, and maybe some extra jackets, things that they may or may not need, in your home. But take all the bedding off, wash all that bedding, get it all clean and smelling nice. And yes, I would clean the floors and I would clean the walls, because when you walk into a room, you can tell right away if it's nice and clean, and that's a feeling of comfort.
Yep. And especially if it's a room, like you said, if it's one that you don't go in very often, there's probably a lot of dust, even on the clean sheets. Even if the sheets and the comforter and everything is clean, I would imagine there's still a lot of dust and things in the room.
You are absolutely correct. And I've had that happen. I mean, the reason I know is I've had that happen before, where I was visiting a cousin, busy couple. I'm sure they just didn't have a time to do it, but you could tell the bedroom hadn't been cleaned in a while, and you'll make do because it's the holidays and you're there for the people, not necessarily for being that fastidious. But in general, you're right. I mean, you want to do those extra things that'll make somebody relax and feel comfortable.
Freshen it up.
Freshening it up is right.
Yeah. And I love the tip about the closet too, because that's something you might not think of very often. I love if you think about where your guests are coming from and if they might have the items they need for your type of weather. That's such a lovely thought for your guests. Thank you for that.
It's absolutely true. Now, depending on the room, I mean, some people have like a storage room. That's really the room. There's actually companies that will come and take all the stuff out and bring it back after the guests leave. So if you've got a really overloaded room, and this is not an issue of.
This is not a thing. You're lying. Tell me the truth.
It is an absolute thing. I mean, I've never used them, but I know they exist. The companies that'll come, and they're kind of like 2 men in a truck for things like this. So you can get a room that might be overburdened with boxes and storage items. And I know people in my family this would be great for, because they no longer have kids, but these rooms get kind of used as storage bins. That's all they really are. And as the people in my life that are older, they don't have the strength, time, or energy to do all this. So it might be helpful to have somebody come in, offload all that stuff, and then bring it back after the party's over. So that's just a quick, simple thing.
Or better yet, take it away for 2 weeks, see if you needed any of it, and then maybe they need to just get rid of most of it.
Boy, now that we are going to get to that subject over time. I promise you that one of the things that we're going to talk about.
I do love that, though. If it's a bunch of stuff that you're like, I really need to go through this, it's got keepsakes, it's got things that are important, and I know that they're in there. And yes, there's probably a lot of stuff I could get rid of, but I just don't have the time to go through it right now.
Right. So, I mean, that's just a simple thing. It's kind of a housekeeping thing, but it's a simple and easy thing to do. Now, here's another one of those things that you can kind of check off your list. In the morning, most people want coffee. Show your guests and there's a lot of Keurigs out there. There's a lot of different ways to make coffee. Show your guests how to make their own coffee in the morning.
There's nothing worse than being somewhere and not knowing where your cup of coffee is gonna. Have you ever been to someone's house where they don't drink coffee? It's upsetting.
You know what? I think maybe that's a common thread of the people I know, love, and enjoy their company. They drink coffee.
But having it in the room is a nice touch.
That would be that. I hadn't even thought of that. You actually crossed the bridge I hadn't even thought about, because I know I did buy my son a small Keurig for his college dorm, but you could I'm sure have a small machine for someone's room.
Yeah. Because, they're always afraid that if they're getting up, maybe they get up earlier than you do. They don't want to go out and disturb you. They got it right there.
It's absolutely true. So that's just a little quick creature comfort, getting somebody used to however it is that you make coffee. Some people have the Mr. Coffee, a big one. Some people have urns. Some people have the Keurigs, which are single cup. But give somebody some steps around your house and your kitchen. Let them know how some of those items could be overcome.
I love that. It's like the absolute make yourself at home is absolutely the truth.
And that's really what you want. You want somebody to feel like your home is their home. That's exactly what it is. And what better way to do that than with coffee?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
So along those lines, I mean, there's another great little hack to make people feel comfortable or make time better. Meal planning. When you've got people there. Now, obviously, the big meal is probably going to be covered, but in advance of those people coming over, you might want to have some meals that are prepared ahead of time. It just makes the stay a little bit easier for people, because some people have special meal needs, right? Some people may have a want. If you've got a guest over, and I'm just looking at somebody right now who might be a vegan,
maybe
it might be really handy to have some meals prepared, so when they get there, they've got something that they're comfortable eating.
That's amazing. I've even had people reach out and say, hey, I'm going to the grocery store. I just want to get a couple things for you so that I know you have something to eat for breakfast. What do you usually eat for breakfast? And they get the kind of milk that I eat or the kind of cereal that I eat. It's just such a nice gesture just to get a couple things that maybe they can eat just randomly.
It's absolutely perfect, because a little finger food, because maybe you're not, you don't want to wait on people hand and foot, but it certainly makes it easy if you've got some of those things handy.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. The idea of comfort is just tying all of the tips and tricks in. What are any other things? Have we hit on everything, or did you have more?
No. This is like next level stuff.
Okay.
This is like next level stuff.
So we're feeling like good students if we can handle it.
If you really want to crack the egg of being a good host, I promise you, people will remember this. If you have flowers in their room when they come, there is nothing, man or woman, it doesn't matter. I mean, it smells so nice. They look so nice. People are visual. People are sensory. Flowers make the perfect touch in any room.
That is so sweet. And a little turned down sheet and a chocolate on the pillow.
Well, you stole my next line. That was exactly it, because you could have a little chocolate right on someone's pillow. I mean, there's a reason the Four Seasons does it. It could be four seasons in your home.
Yes, and I feel like something like that is such an easy little thing to do, and they feel like $1 million.
There's no question. Now, I will tell you, I mean, I visited relatives throughout my life, and I've got to say that because not all of these things were done, but because of the people, really the biggest thing you can do when someone's coming to your house, open up your heart. Open up your heart and be as caring and loving and compassionate that they're there, because that's really what you're meeting for. And that will be the key to the kingdom and them wanting to come back.
Yes. Oh, I love that, because they're just going to feel like they're so well taken care of.
I promise you, if you listen intently, if you look at somebody in the eye, if you're making them feel like their presence is welcome, all the other stuff won't matter. It's just going to be a bonus. That's all. So yeah, those are my keys for getting ready for your holiday guests.
I love all of those. If you loved these tips, if you have your own tips, please add them in the comments. Make sure that you come back. We're here every week talking with Ken at the same time to just make our lives just a little bit easier and maybe a little healthier too. Thank you so much for being with us, Ken. I've enjoyed our chat.
Good to see you, Jen.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.